As the preparations for the World Cup in Qatar in 2022 continue, significant efforts are being made to host the first World Cup in the Middle East, with substantiality serving as a primary target. This will be the case despite the fact that Qatar will already be hosting the 2022 tournament. Here are 10 interesting facts about the environmentally friendly aspects of Qatar stadiums. However, before we start our video, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. A recent report compiled by the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, SC, highlighted the importance of including environmentally friendly practices into the design of the stadiums that would host matches during the 2022 World Cup. In the report, the emphasis was placed on design considerations, as well as the legacy that will be left behind after the event. The tournament will take place across 8 different stadiums, 3 of which are already open for business: Al Khalifa International, Al Janoub, and Education City, while construction is still ongoing at the remaining 5 grounds. Because of design features, more than 170,000 seats are eligible for donation. Modular stadiums are the solution to the problem of increasing seating capacity required for the 2022 World Cup in comparison to Qatar's local needs for stadium capacity. More than 170,000 stadium seats will be taken from multiple stadiums after the tournament, and the Supreme Committee plans to donate them to nations that lack the infrastructure necessary to host sporting events. This will ensure that the legacy of Qatar 2022 is felt all over the world. Because of the facility's modular design, it will be simple to deconstruct them, move them to another place, and put them to use there. The first stadium in World Cup history that could be disassembled and moved. The Raza Abu Aboud Stadium, which is now being constructed mostly using shipping containers, will be totally disassembled after the World Cup, with its sections being recommissioned to provide sporting facilities after 2022. This process will take place after the World Cup. In addition, the land that is currently occupied by the stadium is going to be redeveloped into a waterfront community that will look out over the well-known West Bay neighborhood of Doha, the capital city of Qatar. Stadiums that are designed to be utilized throughout the entire year. Because the stadiums have retractable roofs and cutting-edge cooling equipment that is also efficient with energy, they may be used throughout the entire year. After the event is over, sections of some of the stadiums will be converted into community amenities such as schools, hospitals, hotels, and retail and dining establishments. In addition, certain portions of the stadium precincts will be home to a variety of facilities, including tracks for horseback riding, running, and cycling. Al Janoub Park, Al Bayt Park, and Al Ursal Park are now the 3 public parks that are accessible to the general public. The Doha Metro will be used to transport spectators to the various venues. The freshly opened Doha Metro is praised for its rapid service, low operating costs, and minimal impact on the local ecosystem. The metro, trams, and buses will all work together to provide passengers with a direct connection to all of the stadiums. Just 3 Qatari rials, QAR, is required for a ride on the metro, which was utilized by tens of thousands of spectators during the Club World Cup in Qatar in December of last year, less than $1. Recycled materials accounted for 15% of the total building resources used in the construction of the stadiums. In addition, in order to contribute positively to Qatar's economy, the construction project has made a point of giving preference to the utilization of regional resources whenever this is feasible. Paint that is non-toxic is used to finish interior areas, while exteriors are painted light colors to maximize reflectiveness and minimize the amount of heat that is retained, hence lowering the temperature of the urban environment. Materials from excess construction projects that are recycled or reused. During the process of tearing down the old structures at both the Al Janoub and the Al Rayyan stadiums, 90% of the trash that was produced was recycled or utilized. Every one of the stadiums was built with efficient waste management in mind when they were being operated. On-site garbage is separated out for recycling, and wastewater from on-site worker housing is reused for dust control and flushing toilets. Recycling of waste and recycling both take place on-site. Green landscape totaling 850,000 square meters to have a cooling effect. A cooler impression is produced by green landscaping because, in comparison to other constructed materials such as pavement or asphalt, it absorbs a far lower amount of heat. The new green space that will be included in the Qatar 2022 stadiums and the precincts that surround them will total 850,000 square meters, which is approximately the same size as 121 football fields. Less energy consumption. Qatar stadiums are 30% more energy efficient than the minimum requirements mandated by the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers because they are more energy efficient than international benchmarks, which are also 30% more energy efficient than international benchmarks. Thick insulation and clever site orientation are two examples of passive energy efficiency elements. The positioning of each stadium was carefully considered in order to maximize the amount of shade that was available. Water consumption that is 40% lower than what is required internationally. Dust suppression will be accomplished with recycled water, while watering will be carried out with water vapor that was collected from the cooling system. Sinks, showers, and toilets all had new, more energy-efficient fixtures installed in them. Certificates of environmental responsibility for World Cup stadiums. The Global Sustainability Assessment System, GSAS, which is managed by the Gulf Organization for Research and Development, must award a 4-star rating to each of the stadiums that will be used for the Qatar 2022 World Cup before they can be considered compliant with the mandatory requirement of FIFA. Recent developments have resulted in Education City Stadium and Al Bayt Stadium becoming the first venues for the Qatar 2022 event to earn a 5-star classification. So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us what you think about the video in the comments section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all the latest updates.